the same time.
So bear with us because it's going on. You hear that? Are you my mouth open? Which annoys people usually. But it's some good Chinese food though, man.
Oh, yeah.
What's this place called? It just says Chinese restaurant on the sign, but it's located here in Poinciana, off of what is that, Silent Hill and Dover Pump?
It's called Asian Dinner.
Asian dinner. Asian diner or dinner?
Well, diner.
Diner. Okay. Pretty good
Sorry,
stuff.
I can't spell.
Not bad. Not bad. It's not really dirty in here. It's pretty clean for the better part. Yeah.
There's no AC.
Oh, you're right. AC's off right now.
You don't have a lot to choose from, but the choices are good though.
Mm-hmm. General Tso's pretty damn good for General Tso's.
Yeah.
That's a ragoon thing you're eating there, Jen? That's
The
pretty
fat
good.
ragoon.
Mm-hmm.
Fat goon.
Pretty good stuff.
Don't mind this laughter in the background.
So we are doing a live right from the restaurant. Right. So, something that we wanted to get onto that our close associate Jeremy brought up was just the topic of religion. We got 3 different guys here, 3 different backgrounds.
Yeah.
That may be similar or may be different. What I'd like to do, first of all, introduce Brad, a.k.a. Mr. Fix-It. First time he's ever... he fixes everything, man. It doesn't matter what problem it is, he can fix it. But Brad, you're from Puerto Rico. Let me say
Born and raised.
Can I say it right? Let me say it right. Puerto Rico. Did I say it right?
No.
How do I say it?
Puerto
Puerto
Rico.
Rico. There you go. Puerto Rico. I think Porto means door or something like that. And Rico is like...
Port.
Oh, port.
Port.
Okay, port.
Rich port. That's what it is.
It's called
That's
Rich
the
Port?
translation.
It's called Rich Port? That's the
Rich
translation?
Port. That's the translation.
There you go. If you guys didn't know, now you know. That's
Yeah.
Puerto Rico's the rich port. Anyway, you're from there,
Yeah.
right? So what was... Uh-oh. He's got a little phone call
It's
coming.
on.
Okay, so what's your religious experience living there?
Catholic.
Ooh. You tell.
I hated it.
You hated it?
Yeah.
Did you have to go to church on Sunday?
Well, yeah, because you go to a church that actually had no AC, no fans. It actually did have a ceiling fan, but it's one of those cathedrals type churches where they have that blown glass that has the images of God and all that.
Right.
And it's actually the window.
Real pretty place, right? Real decorative.
Yeah.
So it's like Gothic looking, or is it like old Spanish style looking?
Old Spanish style looking.
Like they might have had
Like they
a
have
gunfight there or
marble
something?
floors and like old style marble floors.
Yeah. Were the pews out of wood and like kind of sweaty looking?
Well, dude.
Wow, vintage.
Dude, I'm telling you, there was no cushion on the seats.
Huh.
So you just literally sat on a piece of wood and you kneel down on, and it did have a little bit of padding. It's just thing where you just push it down and
Okay.
then you kneel on it. And everybody's sweating because it's hot. You
Right.
have these old women with those fans.
The fans?
The Spanish fans.
Okay.
And it is boring because half of it is in Latin, the other half is in Spanish, and they're reading, the Bible, but it's not conversational like it is nowadays.
Okay.
And so it's increases up there in his white robe, not tailor-made suits like it is now. And he almost dresses up like the Pope, with nice, shiny,
So he looked good though, right? He looked good,
hell yeah.
but was he humble or no?
Yeah.
Humble
Dude,
person.
This was a man of God.
Oh, truly was a man of God.
He lived there. These people lived in that church. It wasn't like they had a mansion. They
Right.
lived in the church. Like Father Kame from Rocky, same thing. He lived
Wow.
in the church.
So if you went there after church hours, you just not.
would
He's
find
there.
him.
He's there taking a nap or whatever.
You would see him in town in like supermarkets. Dude, like people like literally kiss his hand and shit like that.
No shit.
No shit.
They kissed on him?
It was like that, dude.
Damn. Must be good being that close to God. Shit.
Yeah. Like literally. Yeah. But then you have different types of Pentecostal, and there's so many different ones that believe in Jesus, ones that only believe in the actual God. There's some that only believe in
This is in Puerto Rico you're speaking.
and some that don't believe in the Virgin Mary.
Right.
Some that only believe in the Virgin Mary.
Okay.
So it's a lot of contradictory. Like You have some churches where their daughters they cannot shave their legs,
That's disgusting.
and they wear long skirts.
Well, good. At least they cover it up. God damn, man.
But yeah,
It's like that.
it's like that serious. Like you have people that convert to this religion, and they literally like throw away all their music stuff because they only listen to religious music. Yeah, they can't listen to nothing
All that
else.
shitty Christian music.
Yeah, this is like so vintage. I mean, it's not
Jesus. And are they still like that now? Or are they a little different now?
most of them are. You still, some of them never believed in what was it? Going to TV and have a show on TV.
Like those
But then
villains?
later on
Yeah.
they did. But in the beginning, no. Like they wouldn't even go on TV
Wow, no shit.
to preach or anything. These are the type of people that walk door to door every Sunday. Hello, I'm here to talk. Here's a little pamphlet.
You mean Jehovah's Witnesses?
Yeah.
They got those in Puerto Rico?
Hell yeah.
I thought that was
Watchtower people.
Dude, that's where they come from.
That's where they come from. You know what? You're right.
That's where they come
One
from.
time, I'll tell you, this is my experience with them here. Is they came to my house one time and they knocked on the door. And I opened the door and they go, "Hey, we're just here spreading the word of God." This, that, and the other. I said, "Oh, okay." Like, "Are you Spanish?" I'm like, "Well, no, I'm not." And they're like, "Oh, well, we're only really looking for Spanish people. Have a nice day." And they left me there. They didn't want to talk to me about God,
Really?
and they spoke English.
That's weird.
I got racist on by God, man. It's crazy.
Shit. I've been in a situation where I open the door
Yeah,
and they talk to you for a while and you don't want to be rude.
right. I don't want to be rude to them.
This
but-
is when I was younger.
right.
You didn't want to be rude. And they would literally like put their hand on your shoulder and pray and close their eyes and
Yeah.
pray for you and they're literally shaking you every time they say something
They're
powerful.
shaking you? Yeah.
Yeah, like
to try to get you into it.
like what am I gonna do? What do you expect me for me to fall and start shaking? Oh
I
my
don't think
God.
so.
I don't believe that. My cousin did that shit over here
Yeah.
at Living Waters.
Okay.
Pastor came over, went like this on his head,
Touched them.
just touched him, and my cousin just went to the floor.
What the hell is that?
And I'm like, what the hell's going on
Get
here?
your dumb ass up off the floor. Why you act like an idiot for? Jesus.
I'm looking at
Fucking
him, I'm
embarrassing
laughing.
everybody.
He's on the floor. So the other person walks over and throws his little handkerchief over him. I'm like, what the hell's going
There was
on
a
here?
handkerchief on him.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? Am I in what is it, like the culture or something? What the hell's going on? And I look at his wife and she looks at me and she's like, she nods her head like, it's good, it's good. I'm like, no, it's
Okay.
not. He's on the floor. Somebody get him up. He'll get up later. I'm like, what?
Was he taking a nap?
Exactly. Like, supposedly you get touched by God. Really? No, you got touched by the pastor. They just pushed your head
Yeah.
and you just let yourself go.
That's weird, man. He's put on a show.
Yeah.
That's
I think it's a
ridiculous, dude.
show.
I think it is too, man.
But to him, he said no, that he got transported. I'm like, where? To the floor.
Damn, man. To the float.
He got
But
transported to
one,
the floor.
one time when I was in like junior high school, these Jehovah's Witness people were following me home, and they were telling me about how cool it was. They asked me to go, "Wouldn't you like to walk around side by side with a lion?" I'm like, "A lion, like with the mane and all that?" She's like, "Yeah, you can walk around, and he would be like your best friend." And I said, "Then I could talk to him?" She's like, "Yeah, you could talk to him too." I said, "No shit." I said, "Hold on, let me go tell my mom." And so I ran to the house and said, "Hey, there's a lady out here that says that we could talk to lions and they can be our friends." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "Those people right there." She's like, "Get out of here. We don't listen to those people. They're crazy." I'm so depressed because I couldn't talk to lions. It's just the way it worked out, man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just,
Well, what about like? Cause you guys got that Santeria stuff over there too, man.
Oh,
The
that's
voodoo-
that- that's
I'm
that-
very fascinated by that. voodoo.
Spanish.
Do they have actual churches for Santeria?
no.
You just got to go to someone's crib, right?
Yeah.
And sacrifice
And
chickens.
they literally have like their own little room.
Uh huh.
Dude, no shit. A friend of mine, he bought a house.
Right.
He didn't go into this one room. And once he opened, and we were moving him, cleaning out and everything, we opened this room. Dude, it was so dark. And then it had chicken feed and crosses and
Jesus.
blood and feathers and shit. And it was everywhere. He's like, dude, this is Santeria. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? They're like, no, we can't touch this room. Literally, because that was a Santeria room,
Was
you had to get someone that was into that
okay.
and then have them clear that room out. Otherwise, it's like you would have demons in your house.
You had that
and
bad
shit.
spirits and shit coming out.
Hell yeah.
Well, how do you
Dude.
clear? How do you clear it out? You got to take a goat in there and stab it.
I don't know.
Like, see, I'm fascinated by all that voodoo stuff, man.
But I didn't see when it was done.
Right.
When he got it cleared, but they into some really crazy shit. Like my ex-wife, she went into one, and because supposedly we had a bad spirit in our house.
All right.
When she was pregnant, so she went there and they rubbed this shit all over her, all over me, wrapped it out in some paper, and told her, okay, as you drive away, the first 4-corner intersection you find, throw it over your shoulder.
Okay.
I'm like, all right. That's what we did. Did it work? I have no freaking clue, but she believed in it. I don't.
That's weird, man.
I need to be able to touch it and believe in it, man.
Right. I just know I've been to people's houses, man. If I go in there and that's just like real smoky, you look around and sometimes there's like a dead chicken in the sink, you know, and then they got candle and they got food sitting out, man, like food like on plates.
Yeah.
That no one's eating, and they're just sitting on the table for the dead people in their life and shit. I've seen that, man. I'm like, yeah, this has got to be that Santeria stuff. I always want to ask, but I also don't want to take a machete to the head either for asking about it.
I actually went to a customer's house where.
Oh, you're a busy guy, man. Too popular.
No, where when I walked in, I think they were Cuban. Because when I walked in, to the right, there was a little bowl on the floor.
Okay.
But it had a cigar
Right.
and cigar ashes all over it. And this little doll standing there.
Oh, man. Like a voodoo-looking doll?
Dude, it was right on the entrance.
Like creepy looking?
Dude, they use a lot of the cigars to spook away these bad spirits and shit. Yeah.
I would love to talk to somebody who's really into that.
That's almost like a
Wiccan stuff?
no, the Indian reservation type of stuff. Like they use tobacco, and that as like peace offerings, and they use the smoke in that as a way to get rid of bad spirits.
Keep the spirits away. So they don't enter your house.
God damn, man. Yeah, I would like to meet somebody who actually practices that, and I would love to watch it for real life, man.
Kind of spooky though.
It is spooky, but it's so
Although you don't
spooky I want
believe
to
in
say.
it, it's kind of spooky. You're like,
Yeah.
you're really like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, dude. Shit. Well, as long as we're not stabbing people, I guess it's okay to kill a chicken or a goat.
I don't think so. I think that's illegal or something like
Is it illegal to kill a chicken?
that.
We're eating them though.
Well,
They had to
not
die.
not that type of killing.
Like where you bleed it out and stuff.
Yeah,
Is that illegal?
I think so.
I don't know. Well, maybe. Well, I never did it like that though. You know what I did see today? Off subject. I saw a dead sandhill crane. It made me feel happy because I always wanted to hit one of them.
Really? That's illegal.
That is totally illegal, and I did not hit that sandhill crane. Someone else did. I'm definitely gonna get 8 mil for that. So that's cool, dude. So, but Jerry, now you're from the woods of Wisconsin. What was your religious experience?
From where I grew up, there's only two kinds of really religion. There was the Lutherans and the Catholics. I don't really know because I'm not really religious other than that. So all this stuff is interesting to me. So I listen to everybody's little conversations because I never went to church or anything like that.
Your
I know I
parents-
was baptized, but
Your parents never took you, man?
Nope.
Why not?
Kind of one of those. They didn't want to force religion. When we get older, we can choose what we wanted to be, type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
As of when they were growing up, they went to church, every Sunday, stuff
They
like
were
that.
forced
but,
into it. Yeah.
yeah,
They didn't like that shit, did they?
I guess not.
Did they ever
'cause-
pray, like, before they eat or anything like that?
No.
No?
You know the offering? You do the offering, right? At the Catholic church.
Yeah, they had those even at the Lutheran ones.
Yeah. Where they pass the basket.
Yeah.
Right. It's a donation basket.
Yeah.
For the needy. So when I was a kid, I was very needy.
Did you take from the offering plate?
My stepmom would give me like 50 cents, and I would drop the coins and take a buck.
Hell yeah. Made 50 cents off that deal.
Sometimes I made believe it. I just like made believe I dropped it, but I just like tapped the bottom so it would go ding. But I kept the money.
That's right. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. I've seen people make change out of that before.
Someone Diet Coke?
Yeah, customer Diet Coke, thank you, sir. So, So so your whole experience with religion is really, you didn't have an experience with it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the only thing that was close was on the nights that we'd go and spend over at our friend's house in Antigo with her family and her brothers and that every Sunday because they were Catholic. We ended up going with them, but me and my sister would usually just sit in the back in the pew area, and then when they do their what is it, where you get the little wafer and the juice or the wine,
Communions.
That's the bread.
we just sit there.
Right.
So, all done.
Yeah, I'm all done. You can have this plate. Thank you, man.
Okay.
All right.
Still working on it.
He's still working.
Take your time.
He will. He will.
So they did communion, and that the wafer is supposed to represent
The bread of God.
yeah.
You're breaking bread. And the wine,
the
which
juices
is
or the wine is supposed to
blood.
be the blood.
Yeah.
So me and her would just sit back, and everybody else would do their communion, and that's about it.
Yeah. I failed that.
The communion part.
Yeah.
You didn't eat the
I went
cracker?
to school. Nah, I never got to eat the cracker.
Oh man, you didn't get that far.
No, they said I couldn't
You couldn't?
when I was a kid because I failed.
Are you serious?
I used to go to the school.
A
I used to
Catholic
go to
church, right?
Catholic
Catholic
school.
church schools.
I went to Catholic school.
Right.
Sister Mary Clarence, she was a bitch.
Did they ever beat kids in your school when you were growing up? Did they?
With freaking rulers, dude, on your hands.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, palms up. Like, ruler. Blah.
My grandfather, when he was a kid, he always told me stories when he was alive that he had the similar experience with the rulers and shit.
Yeah.
But he always had like one nun that if you got in trouble for fighting, she'd put on the boxing gloves and beat the shit out of you.
A nun would? Oh, she had to have been, what, 350?
I don't know.
Did she have a left hook or something?
I always thought that shit was funny.
She probably had a tough jaw, too, picking on all them kids. I would love to see a nun put on boxing gloves and knock a kid out. That'd be hilarious, man. I think if you pissed a nun off bad enough where she's gonna put on boxing gloves and make that fight official, you probably deserved it.
She'll probably tell you, I'm not beating you, God is beating
That's
you.
right.
I am the hand of God.
That's right.
Let the power of Christ compel you.
I'm gonna drop this elbow and drop down some damnation on you, son. Oh, man. No, that's funny. All right, man. That's pretty interesting, dude. When I was growing up, my father, man, he's still to this day a pretty religious guy. And I think I just put my arm in some sweet and sour sauce.
There you go.
That's
Take it
okay.
for later.
I say that shit for later. It tastes good. He's a religious dude, and he always felt it was important for us to have some sort of religious education. So he set out at an early age to make sure we got that. So we went to like a Baptist church. We ended up going to. Actually went to the Salvation Army Church there for a while. He wanted us to be humbled, be basically around poor people, and see what that's like. And kind of beat it in our heads. Still, I mean, I can't even have a conversation with the guy nowadays without even hearing something about it. This passage says this, scripture says that kind of thing. Even though he throws little one-liners out that make sure I'm still on the straight and narrow. But my experience with the church is. That Baptist church was a lot of fire and brimstone. So basically, they just yelled all the time. They yelled at you and told you were going to hell. So they pretty much terrified me. And I didn't want to go because that place scared the shit out of me, man, as a kid. They would just scream, "You're going to hell!" And hell was not a nice place. Because I thought Florida was fucking bad, but they're telling me this hell place is really bad. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go there, dude. Then we ended up going to the Salvation Army Church, and that's where I seen a lot of corruption. Like the one preacher that was there was just robbing from the place, and we were actually part of the church too. We'd help out in like little thrift store they had in the back. We went to their shitty ass gay church camps, and then we did like Sunday school stuff and just helped out the best we can. Water? No, they're good.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. And
Great service, by the way.
this guy's awesome, man. He's got boogers though. He needs to wipe his nose, but other than that.
They skip on the soy sauce.
Yeah, yeah. But so we were pretty involved, man. And they started skimping and stuff, and then we started getting older, and it's like, this place is corrupt, dude. So we stopped going, man. But I was a believer when I was a kid because I just didn't know any better. And that sounds kind of bad, but I just didn't know any better. So one day I'm sitting in church, and all I hear is, and I look down at the pew or the seat, and I see a Bible there. I'm like, well, I got nothing better to do because I'll be here for another 2 or 3 hours. So how about I just read this thing?
You did?
And I read it. And that's the biggest mistake I ever made. Because when I was done with that, I'm like, this is full of shit. I was like, there's no goddamn way this happened. I was like, this is crazy. You're telling me a fish ate a dude and had him in his stomach for like, what, 2 or 3 days and then spit him back out and he lived? Bullshit. Same thing with Noah's Ark. There's no way you're fitting all those animals on it. That's fucking bullshit. So what happened was I went from believing to not believing because I read the goddamn Bible. So a lot of times when I meet people, right, and they tell me they're religious and stuff,
Yeah.
like I'll throw like a Bible verse at them or something. I go, well, then you're familiar with this. And they go, oh, yeah, and it's just a verse I make up. Yeah, just so I can see if they're full of shit or not. So what I find out, the people that claim to be really religious have never read the book. Ever.
No, my wife did.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah, she could literally. My wife is like,
Yeah.
she's not a fanatic,
Right.
but she knows her shit.
Well, look, I'm not bashing religion. I'm not. It's just not something for me. Now, I like the idea of there being a heaven and hell, and I like that there's a possibility that when I die, I can go to a place with fluffy clouds and everyone's happy. And
50 virgins.
I don't, well, whatever, dude, you know what I mean? Like, any of that shit, whatever the heaven may be in your eyes, man. But in reality, man, there's a greater side of me that goes, I'm probably just going to be in the dirt. I'm just going to eat, I'm going to get a lot of sleep. Either way, I can't lose. I would like to buy into that idea.
That there's life after that.
Right, but chances are there's not, man. There's more fact that leans towards
You
there not being a
literally
heaven.
not feeling, it's like you're sleeping.
Right. And if
That's my fear.
Right. Well, I'm not afraid of death. That's my problem. Which is why I've done a lot of stuff.
I'm not afraid of death. I'm afraid of not existing.
Why? What's that?
It's
Why is
weird.
that bad?
It's weird. It's just one of those things that was as a little kid.
What do you mean?
Like, not seeing my family, not waking up that day,
But you're gonna be
not
dead.
feeling, not knowing.
But you'll be dead.
That's the thing.
You won't feel no more.
Exactly.
Is that frightening?
I'm afraid of that.
Really?
Well, I'm not afraid of death, but I'm afraid of that.
about
I'm
you?
afraid that the reality there is no life after that. That I will not see my mom when I pass away. You know what I'm saying? My mom has already passed away.
I know.
But that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, once I'm dead, it's done. There's no alternate control delete.
But you won't feel bad anymore.
You can't
You're
feel
dead.
nothing
Because you're dead.
because you're dead.
So you're worried about that situation.
Yeah.
Nuts. Okay.
Yeah,
I got
but
you.
just stupid. Yeah.
It's not stupid. I mean, it's just what it is, dude. What about you? You afraid of death? You are, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of.
what scares you
But
about?
I also look at it this way: when you do die,
Uh-huh.
I break it down to the anatomical level.
Okay.
That even though our being ceases to exist, we're still living on through other living things. Because even your little worms,
Mm-hmm.
they eat you, so that takes a part of you.
Right.
Something else eats the little worms, so you're transferred over into.
You're getting
that-
recycled back into
yeah.
life. Death brings on new life.
That's
Is what you're
some
saying?
spiritual shit right
Wow,
there.
that's deep, dog.
That's the way I look at it.
For never being religious, that's deep as fuck.
Yeah.
Look at you, man. You goddamn prophet over here.
So when he dies, when he passes away, and you see a little butterfly, you go, "Oh, little Jeremy, that's his penis."
So whenever a bird shits on me, I'm like, thanks, Jeremy, for shitting on me. Yeah, whenever I get a genital award, I'm gonna name it Jeremy.
Oh, thank you.
That's a little
Thank you
piece
so
of Jeremy right there.
That's a little piece of
But
So I
that's
can bug you forever.
right. You can bug me forever. But that's an interesting concept, though, man. Yeah, it's probably more believable than anything else, really. And like I said, I try not to knock religion, man, because I don't know. I've never been dead. And, whatever helps people sleep at night, whatever helps you get through the day, if that's what you want to believe, then goddamn it, believe whatever the fuck you want to believe, man. But in reality, man, if you really want to sit there and look at the hard facts, one, I challenge you to read the book that you're worshiping.
That's one.
That's one, and then you'll
And
find
there's several books.
and there's several versions of the same old shit.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, if you read it, you may feel a little bit differently about it. And that's one thing I always tell people: you gotta read it. How do you can't, you know what I mean? Like you can't. How are you gonna follow something, put a lot of faith in something you never even read about? You're letting someone else read it to you.
It's faith.
You're letting someone else read it. You know that's like your mama reading you a bedtime story. I won't grow up. Grow up and read it yourself. And get your own interpretation of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then come back and say whether you're religious or not. If you really want to believe there's outlandish stories that are in that book, and you can't tell me that's just not embellished. I ain't saying that some of that didn't happen.
Yeah,
But dude, come on, bro. You gonna fit every animal on the face of the earth on a goddamn ark and send it out into the ocean? Yeah, right. I was born one day, shit.
well, that's one of the things my wife was telling me, that back in those days, people lived for hundreds of years.
But how do they know that though?
Exactly. Where's the recording of this?
Where the fuck was the scientist back then?
Yeah.
There's none of that. They might not even know what
Where's
a
that
day
scripture?
was.
Where's that original scripture?
They may not even counted shit in weeks, months, and years. You know what I mean? I might have been like, well, I'm still alive, so I guess I'm, I don't know, 100 years old or something. They don't know. They don't know shit, man. You know, they're so ignorant. They're herding sheep for crying out loud. They ain't got no internet back then.
Yeah, it's just when you look into the history of that, it just a lot of things don't make sense. It's, how'd you get there when you're over here?
Right.
And the only thing that there is evidence is dinosaurs.
I believe in fossils. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's tangible. I can dig it
Yeah.
and go, look.
Yeah.
This is obviously not a human's bone. Let's put these
Yeah,
together.
but
Holy
where's
shit, it's
that
a big
ark?
lizard.
Where's that ark? Supposedly they found it, but where is it?
Well, I'm sure they have found all kinds of arcs. But you know, do you realize how big that boat has to be to fit everything? It had to be the size of Texas, man, to fit everything on there.
What was a pair of each?
And a pair of everything.
Yeah.
But what if you would have got like two hippos that were lesbians or something, man, and they didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? What if you would have got some shit where it didn't make any sense? Like, these two giraffes are gay. They'll never, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying, though? It's like,
Yeah.
it's physically impossible for one dude, who at the time supposedly was old as fuck, to build a...
But here's the thing. So dinosaurs existed before what?
Before mankind's?
Before mankind. When did Jesus Christ exist?
When did he exist? Well after the dinosaurs.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there is evidence of the dinosaurs.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Okay. And cavemen and all that good stuff.
Right.
Okay. Where's the evidence of everything that they say about Christ?
Not only in the scriptures.
Correct.
That's it. No, I'm not saying there wasn't a Jesus, though. I think there was a Jesus. I
Yeah.
think there were lots of Jesuses, and I think a lot of them got stapled to the cross. Seriously, I do.
Yeah.
But I don't know that they were ever, quote unquote, the Son of God or not.
Supposedly he got put up on a cross with two other guys next to him.
Two thieves, by the way.
That they were
Right.
claiming to be also. Right?
Well, no, the two guys that were next to him,
They were just thieves?
That was just a day for stapling people to the cross. That was a death sentence day, and there was two
a KKK
thieves.
thing. That's
That
a
was,
KKK.
yeah, dude.
That's a KKK.
So they stapled two thieves up there with them, like, well, they're crucifying this poor bastard, so we'll throw these two guys up there too, man, just for shits and giggles. And they all hung together, dude. And then, but then they're saying that, for whatever reason, there was a spirit inside, and then he died of asphyxiation. Okay, well, which one is it? Is it asphyxiation or the spirit that jabbed him in the goddamn guts? You know what I mean? Like, what difference is it? I mean, so that's not even completely clear. Then they're saying he rose from the dead. He came out of the cave and rose from the dead. Well, no one was there to see it.
Yeah.
No one was there to see that. How do you know someone just didn't steal his body?
Correct. Meanwhile, in Florida, what was happening there?
In Florida?
Yeah. Because this was all in the Middle East, right?
Right. Yeah.
So there were still people living in North America.
And you talking about Native American Indians running around all crazy and shit? Yeah, probably. I assume so. Yeah, because I think by then they had already migrated up from South America, right? Mm-hmm. So they were already colonizing the United States of America, unbeknownst to them. But
We'll just pick up that culture.
it's I find that religion's an easy way out to explain a lot of things that you just have a difficulty explaining, right? The whole, like, what's my purpose in life? Where did we come from? Well, it's easy to go, God made us, and we're here to experience life and stuff. That sounds good. If I was like 9, you know what I mean? But I'm more maturity would suggest that we have to look kind of past that a little bit and really dive a little bit deeper into that kind of stuff, because I ain't saying there's not a God, because I've never met the guy, but the picture they paint may not be exactly what it is.
Yeah, like they say, he's probably black.
Could be black. That'd be cool, man.
Dude, he wasn't white. He lived under the sun.
You talking about Jesus?
Yeah.
Oh, he was a bronze skin.
Yeah.
Well, if he lived back then, yeah, he definitely lived in the sun. So he had a nice little tan going and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they beat his ass and all that good stuff, dude. So I mean, I'm sure that was pretty well documented. Even in Roman history, they spoke about a dude named Jesus, who was supposedly but you don't know about all the other stuff that went on that they didn't document.
That's just on faith. Because they literally, I don't think physically doesn't exist. Physically.
I think the accusations about him being the Son of God is probably pretty outlandish. But if you really think about it, aren't we all sons and daughters?
Yeah.
So no offense to him, but what makes him so special?
What makes him so special?
Right. Not to mention
he was a simple carpenter, so
yeah,
we fixed cable.
Yeah, exactly. So supposedly, he was chosen, and he was a Jew to begin with, man. And his own people hung him.
Yeah.
His own people hung him out to dry. They had the Romans in the pocket, man. The Jews had all the money back then too.
They love the money.
Yeah, dude, I watched Passion of Christ, man. I know
That's why Hitler was right.
See, my whole entire spin on that, which I'm probably going to hell for, was what if reincarnation was real and Hitler was actually Jesus reincarnated to exact his revenge? So he's trying to exterminate the Jewish race.
Oh shit.
That's very interesting.
That's a mind fuck, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like fuck you in the ass.
Yeah. Well, think about all the Nazi paraphernalia that the Vatican saved for them. Do you know about that? Are you aware of that? They kept a lot of Nazi paraphernalia and a lot of stuff for the Nazis, man. The Vatican did back then.
So
They still do, supposedly, in their archives. They kept a lot of stuff because they didn't know what side to even jump on. They just knew these guys were coming. So they figured they'd be friendlies with them so they don't break apart their little churchy church. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Look that up, man. It's pretty wild. Yeah. Hitler was a Jew too, right? And he had the uncanny ability of sniffing out bombs too, right? Like, wasn't there like a bunch of people who tried to assassinate him and it never happened?
Well, there was a lot of political people that tried to assassinate him.
Right. And he had like an uncanny ability to sniff that out and knew it was coming.
Oh, he was continuously paranoid due to the fact that people tried to assassinate him.
Right.
So that adds to the paranoia that he has and enhance that.
Right, I got you.
Same thing with his small little mustache that he had.
That was for the gas mask, right?
Yeah, the reason that he had it shaped that way was because the side would it would add more of a secure suction, so to speak, to his face, so the gas mask would work correctly. Because if he left the mustache out like
a full
mustache, it doesn't give that proper seal around the face. Being that he was in the First World War, and he actually survived mustard gas, that added to his paranoia. So he always had the mini mustache, so to speak.
Well, it looked cute on him. It did. I also like his haircut too. That's pretty cool.
But he was a big political figure, and a lot of people tried to assassinate him too. So even Germans at that time, due to basically politics, they tried to assassinate him.
Now this was he. No,
This is before he rose to
now you got
power.
Now you got the impression that his reign of terror, quote unquote, was somewhat religiously fueled. He definitely had just a hard on for Jews.
Probably.
Okay, now which is a religion and a race to begin with, man.
Yeah.
And now it was my understanding too that they came into Germany and they were starting to fuck up their economy and stuff, and that fueled a lot of non-Jew German citizens that not even like them to begin with. You know what I'm saying?
Well, every major war that we had, you can basically trace it back. All those wars were basically based off of religion
or money, really.
Dude, that's the thing. It's not about fuel. It's not about oil. The Iraqi war was all about religion. They just hate us.
They hate each other. Jews hate Muslims. Muslims hate Jews. Everybody hates Christians. I don't know what's going on there.
And then everybody gets together and hates America.
Yeah. Then if you're nothing, like you're just not religious, then all the religious people just hate you. So everybody's hating on everybody.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, if we would just drop the bullshit, we could all get along and stop bombing the shit out of each other, man. But no, can't do that. It's in the name of God we gotta fight or some poor shit like that, man. That's the part that bothers me the most, man. It's like, why can't we just drop it? Just drop it. It's like it's done. How about why can't we just go, okay, you can do your thing, I can do my thing, and let's not bomb each other? Why can't it be like that, man?
I just want to know where in the Bible and all the religion, because Muslim and all that, they are from that part of the world where Christ was from, right? So why they come up with the whole, well, if you sacrifice yourself, you'll have 50 virgins when you pass away.
Somebody wrote that into something like that.
How is that possible?
Why is that even a big deal? Why is that like a selling point to be a suicide bomber?
I don't know.
How is that a suicide? Hey, you're going to get 50 virgins. Okay, so I got 50,
I think it's like
50 times. I
whatever.
got bang like 100 virgins, and that's what I get for killing myself.
Yeah.
So after 100 to 101, it's going to be sloppy seconds.
Once you die, it's 100 male virgins.
Oh, I can't wait to
Because
be a
all of them
suicide
just
bomber.
just everybody just died themselves.
Jesus Christ, man.
They're like in lines, like, where are the virgins?
Yeah, you see how
All
crazy
dudes.
it's just. Yeah, it's like, wait a minute, this is not the virgins I wanted. That's what you're getting, pal. Can you imagine that? That's how shitty that would be, man. If that was a God. Well, unless you were gay, then you probably really like it. I'm just saying, man. That whole religion thing, man. It exhausts me sometimes just listening about it. And, people try to justify one end or the other. They're not even properly educated. I'm not even properly educated, man. There's probably some shit I said right just on this little podcast
That is not accurate.
That is completely not accurate. And I'm pretty ignorant, and I'll be the first to admit that I don't know shit from shit.
Dude,
But I'm just
me
speaking
neither.
from my own personal experiences and my own opinion, right? Which everyone has one. So if you want to send hate mail. But it's just the point I'm trying to make is there's so many angles you can look at religion or a religious person, and if someone is religious to me, that's fine because that's what your choice, okay? But don't tote around like it's the bee's knees when you don't haven't even read the only goddamn thing, your own Bible. Don't tell me how great you are when you're really just a piece of shit like me. You know what I mean? So that's part of the problem I have with it.
That's
Oh, it's about that time to wrap it up.
really. Damn, just ones are gonna get good.
Yeah, it is what it is. Maybe next time, dude. So that was good. Appreciate Brad, Mr. Fix-It, Jeremy back again, knocking out a tough subject. So this ought to really get some piss boiling. Pretty sure someone's going to send us a missile. We're going to walk in here next time. There'll be a suicide bomber waiting on us. Anyway, next time, guys. Bye.
I'm not an asshole, I'm just a little confused. Just a lit fuse in the back of the pews, watching 1,000 flavors of the same God feud. I figure ultimate peace is the common theme, so it's a no-brainer piece when the blood hit the screen. Got a basic good and evil sensibility born. Good neighbor, know a halo wouldn't fit over horns. I'm more science than faith, I'm more karma than bread and booze. I'm not an asshole, I'm just a little confused. Not an asshole, I'm just a little confused. Not an asshole, I'm just a little confused. Not an asshole, I'm just a little confused.
You know what? To be completely honest, Aesop, you're a fucking asshole.